So to the LTA report, I think we're like episode 31, but who's keeping track, right? Not me, at least. I think Martin is though. Just a quick announcement before we start. We are moving to the new channel, the LTA report. If you've noticed, we've been putting out more shorts, and we're trying to keep all the VODs there so that, the LTA report is just in one place, and we're not, I do a lot of stuff on the channel. I don't want it to get lost, and I think it's just a really natural fit now that we kind of have consistent viewers and whatnot. So we have this new channel. We have a Discord as well. All that's linked in the bio in the description. I also if you scroll up to the top of the chat, you'll see the channel as well. So we just kind of want you guys to all move out. We're currently streaming on both, but starting next week, we're only going to be streaming on the new channel. So if you could just hop into the LTA report channel, just say hi or yes or something, so we know that people are moving. That would be awesome. That being said, Sniper got benched. What?
Well, not officially, but it pretty much is indicating that things are not all rosy in the garden at 100 Thieves.
You brought him a coach, a positional coach that took his spot. Like, this is so 2014 LCS vibes, where you bring in a coach and then you know that coach is just going to end up taking the starting position. But what? I saw this and I was just so disappointed because I'm going to go back to one of the very first videos I actually put on this channel was me talking with Peter Dunn. And one of my complaints about the FlyQuest roster to him, who would have known? Yeah. One of the complaints that I had to about the FlyQuest roster was that I did not have faith in Nukeduck, who had just left 100 Thieves. And I felt it did a bad job with Quid because we could tell he didn't really do much, but I thought, maybe it was 100 Thieves, not necessarily him, whatever it is. I had thought that Busio as well. I just thought he didn't have what it takes to develop Masu and Busio. I was worried about that.
Your mic's cutting out a little bit, so sorry.
Oh, okay. No, that's good. I'll stay next to it. I don't know what's going on. But on the flip side, I thought that Golden Glue had the resources and from his traditional sporting to develop Sniper. I thought Sniper would develop much better than Masu. I had more faith in Golden Glue than I did in Nukeduck. And we kind of saw Sniper come into his own. Sure, he was rough around the edges, but he was playing the way that he wanted to play, and he had his own strengths. And that's what got them to Worlds, partly. It's the fact that he was able to unlock Quid, who was also still, in his rookie year, technically. Sniper was playing great.
Oh, you may need to hold it when you're talking, because it's still, it's becoming, super,
it's still cutting out?
Distorted and, loud.
Really? It's becoming loud again? That's so strange. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I shouldn't get loud myself. I did so much testing before, and I found no problems with it. It's so weird.
It's fine, but then I think maybe when you get into it, it just goes super loud.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll try to stay just in this position. But yeah, I had more faith, and I thought the Golden Glue did such a good job at giving 100 Thieves and his players the tools that even if they weren't exactly meta or it wasn't exactly the best possible choices or the best comps, he gave them the tools that they needed to succeed. And coming into this year, it kind of kept going that way. We saw game 1 against Team Liquid where he gives them Silas into Azir, and everybody's looking at Quid and he's like, oh my god, he's just gonna smurf. But something happened with Sniper where he seemed too much under chains, I guess. He had to change. He was changing his play style. We saw Sniper come this past 2 weeks. What he played Sion and freaking what was the other tank he played? Cassante or something.
Cassante, yeah.
That's not the Sniper we remember. And it just seemed whenever you talk to him in interviews, he's talking about how he wants to change his play style because he can't just be going for these solo kills. And while everyone agrees with him, you kind of just chopped off your strongest part, the part that made you Sniper, the part that got you to Worlds, in order to work on a part that you're not good at and you're not doing well in. And then you brought in a coach who's better at that, and then the coach was well, I'm just better than you. And I'm really disappointed. Maybe Golden Glue is kind of like CBA. He's dude, I'm just losing my job. I know I don't have a job next year. And he's kind of mental boomed. I don't know what's going on. But the fact that this is happening to Sniper is very, very strange. Because I thought he did a good job with him year 1. I don't know how you felt.
I think it's definitely regressed. It's been we kind of got the like the eclipse of what Sniper can be in Split 1 playoffs when he had that phenomenal series against FlyQuest where it's kind of like his make or break, and then you thought, okay, this is where he's going to like finally push on and be like go to that next tier that we want him to be, but then it's definitely fall off, and I think it's also a byproduct of the team falling off. Like for such a young player, he's probably feeling the pressure on himself, and also like it's not like his competition is like an easy ride by any means. Like these are top laners that are absolutely like punishing him hard, and he hasn't even gotten to. Okay, he played Whippo this week, but he hasn't been consistently playing against like the best top laners. I know in Impact's been struggling himself. I think River did an interview with Eneman recently that just came out, and they were talking about Snipers like so low on confidence, and like when a player is really like getting down on themselves, and like the team's faltering as well, it's so hard for a rookie to like pick themselves up. It normally like ends in like a spiral, and like the problem is they could be going home in 2 weeks. Like they lose to Shopify, which I'm predicting them to do. You're in like a do or die best of 5, and so this may have been his last hurrah at the moment in LTA. Like maybe depending on how like teams will shake up next year, but it's gonna be hard for him to like find a spot, and maybe that is also weighing into factors as well, right? Is he knows his spot's not locked if you like look at the rest of the league. Like it's not a nice feeling for maybe like a 17, 18-year-old to be fighting for their life within like their first year of professional play.
I mean, it is his second year, but to your point, like he did have a really good comeback series when he was in Brazil against Whippo, and then you bring in a coach for him, and you think, okay, he's going to kind of redirect him to the things, to the strengths that he has, and like we're going to see more Renekton, we're going to see Mbessa. Also, I think, was this APA who made this point? I don't know who made, maybe it was Sven actually on the most recent pros, but like this guy doesn't play Rumble. He had a whole year, an off season. He's been playing competitive for like his second year, and he's still, it's like Rumble is permabanned every single time because they don't play it on blue side and they can't play it on red side, and it's like, you picked up Mbessa, you can pick up Rumble, right? Like, why are we not seeing him on Mbessa and Renekton? Like, fuck, just basically first picking Mbessa. You can't tell me it's not playable, right? Maybe not into Blippo, sure. But like at the end of the day, I feel like there's so many, there's no need for tanks in the top lane because we see the Gwens, we see like people even are counterpicking with Aurelia, like especially with Fearless, you have opportunities to play the champions that made you have so much success. Especially with Renekton, he was getting a lot of solo kills. Like I guess Cassante as well, but like it's just weird to see him come out and play Sion. But that's not why I thought you were bringing in Doklo. Like Doklo was never a good tank player to begin with, so I don't know what. I mean, obviously coaching is very different than playing, but like it's very confusing, and I can see why he's out of confidence. If he's like, oh, I can't go for my solo kills, I can't play the way I want to play. I have to play this separate way that I don't know. I just find it very, very disappointing. Not in Sniper, but in the coaching staff. Like, I find it very hard that he just kind of, maybe him not learning Rumble is on him, but then the rest, like the trajectory. Look at what FlyQuest did, where they brought in Arrow to be like just a positional coach for the bot lane, and then they brought in Mithy when Mithy was available, and like. I understand they have better players for, like, Inspired is much better around rookies than I would say someone like River, where River's the one that's inting a lot in scrims, and we had, like, I don't know if you saw, but Quid literally was like, one time I just stopped talking in scrims because I was so pissed at River. And, I mean, the fact that it had to go out publicly is, like, you know, clearly stuff is going on. But, yes, they have better veterans there, but at the same time, like, I guess I expected more from Golden Glue. And, sure, it's his first time head coaching, but he worked a lot in Academy.
I think based on like the champions he was picking and how the team was playing and like the information we've got like publicly around the team, it doesn't surprise me that within like a couple of weeks Dokler's already in. like he was alluding to, like back in the day, this was like you would have players on like retainer in some ways, just waiting. Like if you need to bring them in, you bring them in. It kind of feels that way. I'm just speculating. Like we don't get that information publicly or like, privately even. Like, and we don't know if he's even going to be like benched for this weekend. Like, if they're talking about it, I feel like we're kind of prepared. Maybe bad game one, like Dokla comes in, but I fully just expect Dokla to be starting week 3. If like that's what I had to predict, especially because I don't think
How
like
much confidence do you have? Like,
and the thing is, like it's not even like I thought like Fudge has played like incredibly well like thus far. So maybe you're just looking for someone to just literally just steady the ship in the top lane.
yeah, I mean, like if I'm sniper and you bring a coach to like help me improve because I'm struggling, whether it's my confidence or whatever, and then 2 weeks in you make a public announcement that my coach might be taking my spot, I'm like, where's the confidence now? Now the coach that's like helping me is the one that's it does not make any sense. Like you just lose all faith. And I mean, I don't want to speculate about this kind of stuff, but like he did go out in the interview, be like, some of us already have a spot guaranteed next split, and it kind of makes it sound like he doesn't have a spot, and maybe there's like some internal struggle. Like, again, I don't want to speculate, but if people are saying he has low confidence, now his coach is like that's supposed to help him is competing against him, like it's just very strange.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's so. Like, where'd you go from here as an organization? Because you're out the league the second you're done.
You go out.
like it's literally losing, you're gone. Like literally. So, like sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Talking about like Dokkan and stuff, and I fully like
org.
Yeah, right. So. It kind of thinking about it now logically, like this was always a move that was like they was like preparing for, because it's evidently still not like rosy, and like I thought they played okay, like not okay, like they weren't terrible against FlyQuest, but then again I don't think the top teams are like firing on all cylinders like we'll like get into later on.
Yeah, I noticed it with week 1 too. Like they have good early games, but when it comes to the mid game, their strength. Like in the past, they would be behind and they would find a way to win. Now it's like they're finding ways to like get these. River has been incredible at ganking his entire career. He finds like I think there was one against APA against Team Liquid where he knew where the ward was, so he walked on the ward showing as if he was leaving, and then went all the way around his jungle to the other side where the ward couldn't see him and ganked, and like he blew APA's flash and got the kill on Trundle. And I was like, oh my god, like this is the River we expect. Yeah. But then they're team fighting, like which is basically all that they did last year. It's like they were much better at team fighting and had no macro. They're team fighting. They're fighting everything like they used to, but like they're just losing all the fights. They're not. They don't have that like Quid isn't making plays or outplays. They don't have these snap engages where everybody's fighting. They're so disjointed where Sniper's ulting in like one side, and then Orianna like Quid on Orianna just by himself with 3 people jumping on him. And he's like, where are my tanks? Why are we drafting tanks if they're not tanking for me? It's like so different than what we used to see, and I don't know if that's a confidence thing or not, but I don't know how you solve it. I'm not blaming Golden Glue for not like solving maybe Sniper's confidence issue or whatever it is. I'm blaming him for letting it get to this position, if that makes sense.
To your answer, like, do I think they're gonna solve it? No, because like when Shopify, who is a team that's historically like not a great scrim team, right? And they're saying, well, Palafox is saying, yeah, I think 100 Thieves is categorically the worst team in the league. You know there is problems on their team when, like, the 100 Thieves haven't been, like, ever since Golden Glue taken over, right? Like, they've not been a good scrim team. And that's just something that it's eventually caught up to them. I think it's just cooked. I think that's just, like, that's all like it is. It's just cooked.
Also, in just to correct, we actually historically were okay scrim team. We're not like C9 FlyQuest. We're not Team
But who
Liquid.
is, right?
But what?
I said, but who is? Like,
Yeah, but like out of all the other teams, we're usually the team that like even when we were playing with the Tomio roster, like they were talking about how well they're doing in scrims, and then they go on to like even Cloud9 would be like, I don't understand Shopify. Like they're playing really well in scrims, and then they just come on stage and do absolutely nothing. So like even last year, Cloud9 were scrimming us quite a bit. So just gotta stick up for my boys.
fair enough, fair enough.
Want to move on to Team Liquid?
Do we have to?
I mean, what is going on here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I did not in my bingo card. I didn't have Team Liquid losing to Lion. I also didn't have 100 Thieves picking us. Like I thought Lion was a weaker team. I still think Lion is a weaker team, but they picked us. Maybe a scrim thing.
Wasn't it because they have a better chance of moving up in the standings if they beat you than if they beat or if they play Lion?
Yeah.
Perhaps they're thinking like if they can beat Lion, then they can leapfrog them. Maybe I don't know. I haven't been really checking the.
Yeah. So basically, what would happen is if they beat Lion, right? They would be basically like assuming everything else happens according to plan. They would be ahead of Lion in the standings. If they beat us, they wouldn't it wouldn't move them above us, right? So if they beat Lion and like let's say Dignitas loses to DSG, right? Then they would be third from the bottom. So they would be sixth, right? But if they beat us and Lion loses, they're tied with Lion. And if Lion wins like one game in their other series, then Lion's ahead of them. So like it doesn't make sense to play us in terms of standings, because if you beat us, the maximum you can get is like 7th or tied for 6th. But if you beat Lion, you can be sole possessor of 6th. Unless the tiebreakers don't work that way. But either way, I think it makes no sense. Like, you can't get out of bottom 4, but at least you want to be at the top of bottom 4, so you get to pick DSG or Dig. You don't want to have to play either TL Lion or, TL or Lion. Because I don't think we can't be in the bottom because we have 2 wins. So it's just TL or Lion.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense to me, but sure. Also, there's if Lion make it, there's a chance that we play C9 instead of Lion. So, and instead of FlyQuest, sorry.
I've completely forgotten what the scenarios are, but who's FlyQuest got again?
I'm pretty sure FlyQuest are playing Lion.
Yeah. So I think that the thing is if we beat TL and then Lion beat or even I think maybe even win one game against FlyQuest, then
if they take one game,
if they take one game, then we're automatically first seed, and then we will pick between you guys and FlyQuest, I believe.
Yeah, but or not FlyQuest. No, it would be us and Lion, because FlyQuest would be.
Well.
Oh, if we 2-0, we would be. So if FlyQuest or Cloud9. Oh no, we already lost one game. It's confusing, but basically, like the top 2 are probably FlyQuest and Cloud9 because they're not going to drop any games, and then the 3 and 4 is going to be Shopify and one of Team Liquid or Lion. It'll just depend. Probably Lion because they have the head-to-head, right? They beat Team Liquid, so it'll probably be Lion. Audio cutting again? Is it just my audio or both of our audios? Is it just me?
Maybe it's not working out.
It might just be him, yeah.
I don't know why it wouldn't.
It might be your. I'm gonna try to listen in on the other one to see if it's working or not. It sounds fine to me.
Like, so the problem I'm having with that is we just have to win out, and then hope for other results. That's kind of shitty in my opinion. That our first seed is not dependent solely on us. I can listen to the stream maybe.
I was listening to the stream for a little bit. It seems fine on my end.
Okay.
But I'll keep listening to
Maybe-
it for a while and see what's going on.
Maybe try cloud stream, David. Perhaps, and then I'll play it back, and then if like the audio is like bad, then I'll address it for the next episode.
Yeah, I think once he listens to another stream, like it could just be given how heavy. I'm not sure what he means, but yeah, we
I could try turning down the audio.
oh just me.
maybe.
I think it's just him, to be honest. Like I've been listening for like a minute, the stream, and it seems completely fine.
Is the audio levels fine?
I think I'm a little bit high on your end, but you're good. So if you could turn me down on Streamlabs, that would be good.
Yeah.
Probably should have done audio checks on both sides, but thank you, David, for pointing that out, because for some reason we're having audio problems. Been fun for me just the past 20 minutes or so on YouTube. Okay, thank you, Kerman. Or yeah, Kerman. I'm not wearing my glasses, hard to read. But yeah, speaking of Team Liquid, like I did not have them losing on my bingo card.
No,
And the
I didn't
way
either.
they lost, where it's like, I think Sven said this best: if Jan does not hyper carry, it like Team Liquid have nothing. APA is not carrying, Impact isn't doing anything, and UG, he's not empty. We can tell you that much. And it did feel like last week, Jan was popping off, they won. And they were playing like 100 Thieves, which, as we can tell right now, is like not a great team. And then this week, they're playing another not a great team, Lion. Sure, Surdy played well, but like, you're Team Liquid, you should be winning these. I was worried. I actually legitimately thought we were the 4th best team. But now I don't think there's a good 3rd team. Like, we're not playing well. I thought we played disgusting this weekend. I thought Team Liquid played even worse than us. I didn't think Lion particularly played well. I thought they just played better than Team Liquid. They just didn't do anything like extraordinary to like win the game. They kind of just like 5v5'd, and they had the better hands that day because APA was like missing every skill shot, and Impact wasn't like tanking how he usually does. So now I actually think we can just be 3rd. Obviously, with the standings the way it works, we're probably going to be 3rd. But in terms of actual skill level, I'm very surprised with Team Liquid. I thought they were going to be the clear 3rd best team, and it was going to be up to us to like recover our form because we're kind of trolling.
David got absolute pelters for making the suggestion, like, is it time for Impact to like hang it up? This split is not helping, like, he's like Impact's cause whatsoever. He's looked. This is worse than last split. Like, this guy's.
No.
I think he's playing.
Was...
Dude, this guy's like consistently like 0-5, 0-6. Like, this guy's just sprinting it. Like, this guy's. He's messing up the first tower. Like, and yes, he's having to play weak side a lot, but this guy's consistently he's always giving up the immediate death, and like he's always like dropping tempo for his team. The TPs have been bad. The coordination's not been there. Yes, he was he's not. I'm not expecting him to be like the top die version of Impact, like even from his MVP split. The team's just like, it's a mess, and like the problem that Yuji has as a rookie jungler is he doesn't have good solo laners. So like, how is he meant to like do anything at the moment? And like Sven's right, if Yon isn't absolutely turbo carrying them, then TL are just cooked. I thought they were going to be better than this, and maybe like I have too much faith in the coaching staff, because like I do have like a lot of respect for Spawn and like how he tries to like see the game, and I thought like maybe given the time off, them performing at them having MSI scrims, maybe we got baited by them beating G2 in a scrim, But
G2 suck anyway, so
exactly like
Lion would have beat them, confirmed.
yeah, and like it's just like crazy. Like Saudi could not have had a more like I'm here type of series after the whole thing that went down with Dig and how they're performing.
Yeah.
Like just
We should get into that
drops
next
in.
after we're done with Team Liquid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to. They just at least going into next week. The thing is, I always have with Team Liquid is if you look at their roster on paper, it worries me more than like the actual parts that they're displaying. Like I thought this going into our best of 5 last split, and then we completely destroyed them. So I like. The problem is that where do you even go from here as an organization? Because like Yon's contract's up, and he's like looking around like, do I have faith in this organization to rebuild a championship winning team around me? No, Cloud9, are you saying?
Quid. That's where you go. You just bring in Quid. You bring in Quid for APA. You get a new top laner. Like, I think Team Liquid. Like when you were saying, where do they go as an org? I'm not worried at all. Like, we technically know that Quid is signed to a different team, or like probably not signed, but like verbally agree. I wonder what team that could be, right? Like the only 2 teams that make sense are Shopify and Team Liquid. And if I'm Quid, I know who I'm picking, right? Like, do you want to be playing with Core JJ, or do you want to be playing with like?
The thing is,
no shade to any of the other players, but like, Core is Core, Yan is Yan, you know.
the thing is, if Sven decides like he's done and wanted to like step away, I'm sorry, like this is why I'm not trusting like Yon is locked for TL, because he'll have to renegotiate with TL a new contract, and you would have thought they would have done it by now. They're normally quite quick at doing their contracts. I know they locked up APA and who else did they lock up?
Yon.
It may have been
yeah.
They
re-signed
like
him,
yeah, they re-signed him like pretty.
2026.
Yeah, they did that ahead of time. They did that pretty quickly, and we're going into the final few weeks of the season for them, because they maybe not even make it to.
Wait, does it?
Sorry, go on.
Does it end in 2025 or 2026?
I believe Yon's is
the
25.
contracts-
I believe Yon's is 2025.
I thought they extended both. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Or
We
maybe
can
I'm
check in the global
maybe I'm
news.
thinking of Masu. I could be completely mixing those two
I think it's
contracts
Monster,
up.
'cause I'm pretty sure APA and Yon both got their extensions after MSI last year.
Perhaps.
And if I recall correctly, it was 2 years for both of them.
I can very quickly verify this.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, they could still like buy him out, or like he could leave. Team Liquid aren't necessarily the team that's like gonna force you to stay. You know, Steve has always been very agreeable with letting people off their contracts,
Yeah.
even if competitively it's not the best. He does actually care for his players. But I can't see Yon wanting to leave, honestly. Impact and Core is in 2025. Okay, so
Okay. It's
APA
2026.
and Yon is 2026. And UG, yeah.
So
yeah, I think chances are you just replace Impact, maybe APA. Like if you have Quid, I think you just pick up Quid.
yeah. It becomes another thing of like, does Core JJ want to stay around for another year?
Okay, if Core JJ is leaving, now we're talking like what is going on with Team Liquid, because that's like the core of Team Liquid. Haha. But yeah, as of right now, I don't think that he's retiring, so I'm not going to like speculate him retiring or leaving. I don't see him leaving Team Liquid, honestly. He's like built such a life with them right now.
No, the opportunity is passed, ready to like go to another top team.
Yeah, so I would envision him staying, and they probably make changes going into next year. I'm okay with that. Just I don't see Yon or like UG leaving. I think probably those 3 are like Core, Yon, and UG are like the core of the team, and then maybe they import a top laner, maybe they find someone else. Like who knows? Maybe the Sturdy guy is actually really good. We can get into him in a second, and then you bring in like Quid, or you keep APA and like APA like who knows? Maybe they finish first. You know, maybe APA is playing like he did back in MSI, and he's playing really, really well. And all of a sudden, like this guy is just like smurfing on people, and like oh, that's why we signed him till 2026. Haha. But only time will tell, in my opinion.
The only thing you have with Yon is not letting his contract run down into the final year, because we're starting to see like buyouts at least kinda make a return. So like if you're TL
in Europe, not really here, right?
The thing is, I don't think TL are gonna let Yon walk out the door for free to a rival.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, do you imagine the uproar if he just lets him go to C9 for free?
Probably not. Also, hold up. You're saying Sven. Sven, like, is talking about how he's having the best time of his life. Like, he's having so much fun.
I'm saying, like, he may after Worlds want to hang out.
I don't see it. The guy seems like he has so much fun.
Not that, like,
some of the best he's played.
Yeah, but to be fair to me, like, AD carry is not the position I would be like looking to upgrade.
I mean, I don't think you guys upgrade going into next year. I'd find it very, very strange if you guys.
Well,
did.
The thing is,
like, even if you could get Quid or whatever.
No, I wouldn't. Call me crazy. I would not change Loki out for Quid. Like before, like maybe earlier in the start of the year, I wouldn't. Like I don't think Loki. Like we've seen enough to warrant kicking him out. Like I don't think he's hit his peak yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I
be surprised.
I don't know why we got onto like the C9 roster, but like the only thing I was gonna say is that Busio's contract is up, and do you want to try and prize him away from FlyQuest? I don't think we have the financial capabilities to do that, if I'm being completely honest. But
I think the only way Busio leaves is if Inspired leaves, which I don't see Inspired or Busio leaving. Like,
not right
I
now.
see Blippo retiring. I see Masu. Like, maybe you pick up Sven. Like, whatever happens, maybe Masu's like he's had a regression this year, for sure. I just don't think that they're looking to make many changes unless they can get like I don't know Berserker or something, but probably not.
Who's C9, you mean, or FlyQuest?
No, FlyQuest. I think they're gonna be able to keep their talent that they want, and I think they really value Busio like a lot.
The thing is with Berserker is he demands so much. He's a resource-heavy ADC. Like he wants his team to play around him. That's one of the main reasons he was very, very upset. Like come the end of his C9 career, that we never played around him when we probably should have. Whereas like Masu's the complete opposite. He like you tell him to do something, he's gonna be fine with it. Like
yeah,
he could do.
Had Danny play with Inspired, and that worked. So
no, but what I'm saying is like Masu's an AD carry that can do both, and like him, Sven is quite like rare in that sense. Like Yon to a degree, but I think he's still more like a carry player. Whereas I think like Masu and Sven have quite a rare skill in is like they're quite well rounded as ADCs.
Yeah. I do want to talk about Surdy because I mean maybe this should have been a topic by itself. But man, this guy, like he leaves the team, gets benched, doesn't even stay as a streamer for 1 week, goes to the rival team that and just absolutely smurfs it and gets pretty much the only upset that we have. Like this is ridiculous. Like I'm not saying Photon is bad, but imagine if they just kept Surdy like they said they did in all of their branding as their next franchise player. Like imagine you just give him time to like figure stuff out. It just I don't know, man. I just think that I was compiling some of the things that Dignitas have done over the past few years that I completely disagree with and I think is like absolutely hypocritical and just like straight up lies and like hurting players' careers, hurting the organization's reputation. And I was just going through a lot of them. And then I got so tired. I thought I was gonna find like a 10-minute video out of it. But it kept going and going and going, and it's like it's still on my plate. I still want to finish it, but this is just another one. Like you had Surdy, you signed Surdy. He was improving. It's not like he was getting worse. He was improving, and then you get rid of him, and he just like absolutely smurfs. And it's like, yeah, Dig was the problem. Like, who would have thought?
He played really well. I will give him that. Like, it's not even because you're playing against Impact in like in his worst form. It's just really nice to see, and I really do hope he gets a spot next split, because that's the problem with this format, dude. Is like you don't even get that lengthy time that you get to actually see these like storylines unfold with like Lions, another team who could be completely gone in 2 weeks, right? Like barring if like
Zamudu just gets his visa.
Right, like, dude, Zabuda's on the team, but he may not even play. Like, you know how sad that is. And like the same with Sniper. Like, we don't. Like, this format's not really giving us the opportunity to see these things grow out over week on week, because we're straight into playoffs soon.
Yeah, I mean, this format's just extremely bad. We talked about that last episode. I don't want to keep like rehashing it, but like, if you're Dignitas and you're making this change, knowing the format, knowing that chances are you're going to play the top 3 teams, or the like 3 of the top 4 teams, why are you making this change? Like, I just don't get it. It's not like you have an opportunity. Like, this format punishes you because you finished bottom, like 6th, right?
Yeah.
This format is punishing you because of that. So like, I just, I don't know. I think it's such a bad roster decision, bad timing. Like, this is for Worlds. You're not pushing for Worlds. There's only 2 spots. You're not pushing for playoffs. That's only 3, like 3 from North America. Like, you're really just maybe finishing 5th because 100 Thieves are playing bad. Not even because Photon's like amazing, which he's don't get me wrong, he's better than Surdy as of right now. But like, okay, you finished 5th instead of 6th. Like, sure, put that on your resume. Like, I don't know what, like, what's the point? Doesn't
I don't have anything else
ruining
for
people's careers. Like, yeah.
I think like we've gone over like the Dig stuff like way too much. Like, it's just it's just like it was good for him to have that like that last laugh, so to speak.
I'm happy for him. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, we can get to like the discussion for week 3. I think 100 Thieves picking us screwed over everything, because now we don't get C9 versus Fly. As a C9 fan, you're pissed. You might be like, but why? Isn't it amazing that you don't get to play FlyQuest? Well, if you go 3-0 and FlyQuest go 3-0, you don't get a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
They're first seed, just automatically, because last split they were first seed. So if you're a C9 fan, you want to play against FlyQuest, because it's not going to change your matchup unless you win. Because even if you lose and you finish 3rd, guess what? FlyQuest aren't going to pick you. They're just going to pick the 4th place team. So it doesn't even matter. So they really wanted to play FlyQuest. Even Sven was like, at first, I was worried. And then I was like, oh my God, no, I want to play FlyQuest. Even FlyQuest saying, oh, we would pick C9 just for the memes. But,
I said this to you, like, I think privately, that I want us to have the opportunity to earn our spot, rather than we both go 6-0 in game score and then we don't. We just get second seed. We play TL. Like, if things go to plan, we're gonna be playing TL this weekend, and then straight away again in playoffs.
Maybe not.
Maybe if Lion get,
because I'm pretty sure you end up playing us, because chances are FlyQuest are gonna pick Lion, right, over us, and then you end up playing us instead.
I mean, I'm not complaining at that, like, either way, because like I think we will shore things up come playoffs. But like, you always want to have everything in your hands, and I think like playing against FlyQuest next week, we would have got in our hands. We would have got some like some playoff prep, because we're going to be probably playing them in, like, this is one of 3 best of 5s, if I correctly. Actually, no, the sorry, yeah, the LTA championships are single elimination, so it'd only be, or maybe we would. Because I'm thinking that maybe we played them like 3 best of 5s between now and Worlds. like World Cup.
FlyQuest? No, you only play them once or twice. I mean, if you make it all the way, right? Because you play them one time here and then one time in Texas. Regardless of who wins, right? You're not gonna get a chance to play 3 matchups. That's just not.
No, because isn't this playoffs is the LTA North playoffs is double Elam, right? So wouldn't we get to rematch them for first seed? If we lose our upper bracket match against them?
Oh, I see. And then you drop down, and then I thought they just. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't have the bracket open up. Maybe you guys get to play 3 times. That's actually sick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so we'd get the prep for, like our. Could you imagine playing a 3 best of 5s? I don't
imagine winning the first 2 and then losing the third. Oh, ouch.
I mean,
not you guys, just like in general. Like imagine
like,
you win twice and like, haha.
I would take that because then at least we I'll go into Worlds. Dude, it's so thinking about it is so weird. Like going as the first, like winning the LTA North playoffs. So, do you even get a trophy for winning the North playoffs?
We'll find out. Probably not. I'd be very surprised if you do.
Like imagine winning the harder playoffs and then not getting a trophy and then losing in the final of the LTA championship. Have you got the matchups up for this weekend?
I just know them off the top of my head. Like they're
okay.
Yeah. So we have DSG versus Dignitas. We can start with that one. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a race who's the worst team in the league between Dig and 100 Thieves. I do agree that 100 Thieves like probably are the worst, but Dig aren't that far off. I think
I'm gonna be real. I don't think their series against us should be any indicator that they're like a half decent team. I think we played as like poorly as we could have in that series. I think it was a really off weekend from us.
Yeah, but they also had like good Bard play and Kled play, so like I feel like they're like
they have good intentions. It's just their execution is terrible. Like that's what I feel with that's what I also alluded to is. They have the idea, but their execution is terrible because they're like bad players.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just put 100 Thieves like on the bottom. It doesn't really matter, right? Because they're not playing them. They're playing DSG. DSG looked like they had some life in them, but I'll be honest, like we played so bad. The number of times we threw at Otacon 3 games in a row. Like my brain cannot comprehend how you keep making the same mistake. It's like I have this tweet that I just tweet out every single time. We start our con, we die, we lose the objective. We start our con, we die, we lose the objective. We start our con, like it happens every game, every week, every series. It's just I don't understand, man.
That's why I have no fear playing against you because I don't think our first grub objective is good at all. It's one of the worst in the league. We always seem to f up grubs, but then the rest of the game's fine. Like that's why like I have no fear playing against you because you always set yourself up in a way that we like capitalize anyways. So
I will say in our defense, like we took a 3-week break, right? We didn't scrim during MSI. We kind of just like took a break, which is basically an indication like, hey, we're not making the big push for Worlds. Probably next year is our big push. Next year Worlds is in the US. Like if there's only 2 seeds, we really don't want to like burn ourselves out like for this. Next year is our go-to. That's my reading on it. I haven't talked to them about this. I haven't like anything. I just from public information they said, hey, we took 3 weeks off. So we're rusty. That's fine. Team Liquid didn't do that and they look even worse. So whatever. It is what it is. I still want us to like play as well as we did last split. I still want us to get back to that level. If like we don't even get that, if we don't even make top 3 with how Team Liquid are playing and like there's no definitive 3rd place team.
You should be
I'm not saying beat FlyQuest. I'm not saying beat Cloud9. But at the very least we should be 3rd. And if we keep making these mistakes and lose to DSG, like DSG are not a great team. Mm-hmm. We lost to them because we ran it down mid against an Ezreal with Flash and E. That's the only reason we lost game 2. We were down so much gold. We came back like a 4,000 gold lead. It was fine. We were chilling. Like, DSG don't know how to close games out. And we were coming back, and we absolutely sprinted. We literally ran it down mid. We went to their tier 2 tower to catch an Ezreal 2v5. Like, I don't understand these discussions. Our Otacons, like, even contracts on pros was like, yeah, we kind of sprinted it, which they kind of did. But I don't see DSG as, like, a great team, but I do think that it's going to be, like, exciting between them and Dignitas. I think I have DSG, like, winning 2-1, but I don't know what you have.
I have Dig winning 2-1. Just okay. Because I like the early game ideas. They caused a little bit of trouble for us. I think we were playing terribly, to be fair. Like, I think playing a half decent team, we may have lost that weekend. Our early games were terrible in both games. Well, actually, no, game 1 was fine. Game 2 was pretty poor.
Yeah, I think it was just game 2 that you guys kind of.
I like their ideas. I liked. Photon actually kind of gave it to Phantos in lane, which I think is going to be a big plus for Dig in that series.
I think Castle is like still a shining light. I don't think he's going to struggle at all against Photon, even if he picks his Kled or whatever. Like I just think Castle's like a really solid top laner.
I think it's the rest of the map. The thing is with XEU is he's too trigger happy. Like the game will be going like that's smooth. True, like yeah. The game will be going smoothly, and then he's just like in, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, just chill out. The game's at a good spot, and you completely throw it away for no reason. He's very, very trigger happy as a player. Like, I feel like he's always feeling the pressure to make plays that don't exist.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just think Rahel is better than Tomo. Like, Tomo's not playing very well. I know he was stuck on Kalista last week, but like at the end of the day, I just don't think Tomo's playing very well. So I just have more faith in Rahel to do more. Like Rahel Hui, like part of the reason we lost is because Hui had a really good Bard game. Like, yes, we should have won that game anyways, but like, go ahead.
I don't think I'm ready to get on any like DSG hype. Just not even hype. Just like I just don't believe in them to get a series win.
Maybe. I mean, I can see the argument for both. I just think I saw more from DSG than I did from Dignitas.
So then we have.
We can go to the next matchup.
Yeah, go on.
We have us versus 100 Thieves. I'm gonna give this a 2-0 for us. I know Contracts was like, we play down to the level of bad opponents, but I still think that barring like grand running it down mid problems, which I think should be solved coming next week, because that's one thing you can always tell with Shopify is like we get better every week. We were always improving. We're always learning from our mistakes. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like my guess is it's going to be a 2-0, like even if Dopo comes in.
I don't. Thing is, you guys looked arse cheeks last week, but maybe
still better than 100.
Maybe the big Dokes buff is real. I don't know, because I feel like he'll probably be playing like. The thing is, he will be fresh and ready to go. Like, it's not like he's been away from pro for like a long time and he hasn't been like preparing. Like, he's still, if I remember, like, he still actively streams. He's still like active on solo queue. I expect he's been scrimming with the team now for like a little bit. So maybe it depends. If Dope was starting, I would actually give this 2-100. If it's Sniper, I think... No, because I think they just need to stabilize. And I think their mid-jungle will win.
Their mid-jungle are playing good in the early game, but they are absolutely running it. Like, Quid is not having an amazing... He's not having split one Quid.
Yeah, but I also think you guys aren't playing well either. I don't think you guys are playing well, so it's like... It's a general... I think it's a coin flip. Like,
It's about level of wellness. Like, yes, we're
yeah.
playing bad, but like our bad is still better than 100 Thieves bad, in my opinion. Like gameplay wise, and just like team fight wise, and just pretty much everything. Like I
I
just
think this
think
will be an
that
absolute scrap fest that goes to like 40 plus minutes in both games. I do think.
I could see that happening. I just don't see us losing, to be honest.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, we can talk about C9 Team Liquid, but I feel like we kind of
2-0. C9. Move on.
yeah. I don't have like if they had Umti again. Obviously, Umti wanted to leave, but if they had Umti, maybe something can happen because I think Umti was very very good at like making stuff happen. Yuji is not just not there yet. His like influence on the map isn't there, which is
Yeah.
something I struggle as a jungler. But I'm Emerald, like he's he's on Team Liquid. But yeah, like his influence isn't felt, and guess what? You're playing against Blabber. Like this guy will feast on you.
I
I
will
said it last time.
say
Like when we played.
we we're kind of starting slow as I predicted. Like following EWC, I don't think we're firing on all cylinders. Like Series 1, fans was going against Yeo, who, let's be honest, he shouldn't even be in like potentially tier 2, let alone having to sub in. Like obviously it was like unfortunate circumstances and they had to get in someone, right? But
Yeah.
I think Sven and Vulcan are still playing very, very good. Like it's between him and Jan for like best ADC at the moment in the league. Jan probably will get the nod because you're picking up a dead carcass in TL at the moment, but no, I think we 2-0 them pretty comfortably. If we're playing at
Same,
even
I
a
think it's
high,
2-0.
it like the only thing I can see it being like kind of funky is if we had like a rough start. But I think if we're even playing like at like 60% of what we normally can play at, I think we 2-0 them.
Actually, what I'm more looking about for the series rather than like are they going to win or lose? I think you guys win 2-0. What I really want to see is I want to see Team Liquid invest into the Yon basket. I want to see like Yuji pathing towards him. I want to see them give resources to Yon because he's the only one that's really carrying. And yes, we sometimes see like I've been noticing like a lot of times APA will like swap with Yon so that Yon can catch the wave so that he doesn't do it. Like they do try to give Yon resources, but I really want to just see good 5v5 team comps where you're playing like it doesn't have to be called Lulu, right? But it's basically like defend Mr. Yon and let Yon carry us. I want, or like if they have a different strategy, if you're like we're gonna put Viego, like we're gonna pick Viego and we're gonna play around Viego resets. I want them to like really play their team comps the way they're meant to be, because a lot of times they just don't get to use their strengths. Even week 1 when they won, we saw them like they were playing so poorly with the Vi until like 25 minutes, and then like now all of a sudden everybody like Talia and Vi and like all these champions are kind of organized together. And sure, it only happened in game 1, game 2, like they fixed those problems, but then against Lion they weren't able to like coordinate that. So I really want to see Team Liquid play as a unit and play their comp the way the comp wants to be played. And I think even if they lose and they end up in the lower bracket, they'll be 5th and they'll be able to pick their opponent and
Your
some momentum
mic's gone
by
again.
practicing. Oh yeah, I moved it. Sorry. But even if they finish 5th, they'll get some momentum. They'll be able to like improve on the stuff, and then we can get really really challenging games against us, against Lion. Like, I think it's a lot more hype than having, the 3rd seed that's going to LTA playoffs being like locked up for Shopify. I want to see Team Liquid improve. I want to see Lion improve. I want to see us improve and like have like a big scrap for it, if that makes sense.
The one, not that I think it'll be a reason we lose, but the one thing we have been trying is like different comps. Especially like Dom was talking about specifically in our bot lane, where we're going for more like lane dominant supports. Like we saw the Nico, and then even if like Sven was playing like Lucian, stuff like we wasn't really seeing out of him like last split, and they said it's because they are focusing now to try and target FlyQuest in like the best of 5s, because the one thing that Boostio plays quite well is
So
like
smart.
the Nico. So like we're now like heavily investing in our bot lane. The problem is Blabber does not play around our bot lane at all. Like the game 1 where Vulcan gets a kill on Desire, and he's down like 30, 40 CS. That bot lane should have been reps. We should have been heavily focusing that bot lane, stack the soul, and then like the game's GG. But the game like kind of like fizzled out, and like Desire caught up a little bit. And I think like even Zen alluded to it, right? On pros.
I caught up a lot, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like we didn't press, and like that's the problem I've always had in our early games is we don't press our advantages, even if we have like good ideas for like attacking things.
Yeah, I don't think your guys are gonna lose, but I do want to see like good gameplay from Team Liquid, because it kind of it'll make it even more exciting. Like if they give you guys a good challenge, right, then you guys might be more warmed up than FlyQuest Lion. You know, just in general, I want to see them play their comps, because I just want North America to have good teams. FlyQuest versus Lion. I guess we'll change the question from are they going to win 2-0 to do you think they sub in Gakkos again?
No,
because we didn't see him this week.
No. I know. Look, Bufo was saying that the conditions needs to be like correct to bring him in. I don't really know what those conditions are. But the problem is like it's really hard to be
introduced. DSG is the condition, I think.
Well, like the thing is, he's playing against Castle though, so it's not like he was going up against a scrub.
That's true.
It's
not like he was. Yeah.
Right, it's just so hard to implement a new rookie top laner or any rookie, like to be fair, into a split where one game loss can be the difference between getting like your first seed and second seed in this instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, like it's so hard to implement a top laner into these circumstances where like world's qualifications on the line. Maybe they could throw him in game one and just see what happens. They won regardless of him when he did play, to be fair. But maybe we just see Buffer.
I don't think Gakkos is going to be subbed in. I actually was worried when they subbed him in against DSG that we would see more of him. I see this as an investment to the future. I don't want to see this as like, we're going into the most important tournament of the year. Let's start subbing in our... Like, I just don't want to see that. Yeah, I don't want to see that.
If it was towards like MSI, fine, because that splits the longest split that you can integrate him. Like, for example, like he could have, in the positioning phase, right, could have played some of those best of ones, get himself like some experience on stage, but where it's so finite in these in this format, I don't see him getting many games.
Yeah, but we both have them winning 2-0, right?
Yeah. Maybe I change my mind if Gakkos is starting, but
I think even 4v5 they win. Like,
the thing is, like, Inspired's been up and down as well. Like, that's the only thing I would say. And Line looked pretty decent in the TL series. They look quite decisive.
I mean, yeah, I know you're looking for the angle, but I don't.
Well, I mean, I gotta hope, right? Like, because we're 2-0 in TL, and then I gotta hope that Lion pulls up one win.
Yeah, if they can get one win, and FlyQuest go 2-1, then
yeah, all we need is FlyQuest
is that what you're predicting?
FlyQuest to win 2-1.
Okay, I see it. I see the little Cloud9 bias.
I have to be. I have to be.
Really suck? You know what would really suck? If you guys went 2-1 as well. Like, it would be such a disaster. Oh my god.
I think it would more hurt for you, because if you would have 2-0'd DSG, then you could have got first seed. If that like scenario would have played out. And then you 2-0 100 this weekend.
The thing is, I don't actually think it matters, because at the end of the day, we're going to have to play a Cloud9 or FlyQuest, and we're going to go to the bottom bracket, right? So it's like, I don't... sure, if we were able to like actually take games off you guys, then being first seed really matters. But at the end of the day, like we're probably gonna end up third.
Pick your it's like
So
pick your poison.
yeah, I mean, sure, maybe you guys like would just like knock us. Yeah, it would just end up being the same with the bracket. We'd probably finish third and lose twice to either FlyQuest or Cloud9. But it would be pretty hype, I guess. Uh,
Well, the main thing is like it'd be pretty impressive to make LTA championship. I think that should be your goal, given the state of the league. Like that third place is
I mean,
open for
third
grabs.
makes. Oh, you mean like top two?
No, third. So you make the LTA
yeah.
LTA playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly certain we're gonna make it. Like, I don't see Team Liquid being a threat right now,
No,
and 100 Thieves definitely not. Dig, like, yeah, we were literally talking about which is the worst team in the league. So I'm not too worried.
no, I'm not either.
All right, do you have any other things, or should we go to Q&A?
We can get the Q&A. I think we only got one, I believe, for Carolyn.
Yeah. Before actually we go there, I do want to talk about. So I know this is still on my YouTube channel, chat. Hopefully, next week it'll all be on the new channel's chat. But this has been some of the funniest chat that I've seen in any episode. We just have Hotame and Carolyn just talking about like the worst teams, and then we started talking about 100 Thieves playing against DNF, and then instead of it being first stand, it's last stand. And then talking about like which teams we would invite to last stand and who gets the trophy for being the worst team. Is it the one that wins out of all the worst, or is it the one that goes completely lossless? And then we were like, okay, bring 100 Thieves, SK, DSG, DNF, Rogue comes back for like one last stand, literally. And then we have just like have to watch the worst
your mic's gone again.
play of all time. Dude, that would be such
Your
much
mic's
content
your
for
mic's
us.
gone again, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but like just have Dom co-stream it, and just have to go through all that.
Dude, that'd be hate
teams
watching.
going
Like that'd
against each other.
actually be hate watching.
It would just be watching Dom lose his brain cell. Like he'd be ripping his hair out. It would be so much fun. But all that was like going on in chat, so I had to shut that out. Carolyn and Hatame. But yeah, we can go to Q&A. Dr. Leo Spaceman DDS, who's a Shopify fan, says, I know we haven't seen much of the FlyQuest top swap situation with Bippo and Gakkos. Oh, we kind of talked about it. I would be curious to hear your thoughts after week 2. I'm a bit underwhelmed, uncertain of the need for this, despite the rationale of him rounding out Bippo's pool. I think that's just BS. ETA, CFO, driver, and rest is a gold standard to me, and this felt build as this felt build as similar, but has felt oddly implemented. I actually think they might be waiting for like Bippo might want to become a coach, like he's talked about coaching since the beginning of the year. Maybe they keep him on for 2 years and then Bippo leaves in 2 years, but I don't see this like maybe next year he's like kind of like rest and driver where he's playing on and off. But this year I really don't think they should give him any games. Sure, maybe DSG is like whatever, but I think you sign him because you want a 6-man, because you want to develop like a rookie that you believe in. Your Discord name, a 30 Rocks reference. Oh, I don't know what 30 Rock is, but I just don't see them playing him in any serious capacity this year. This is more of like this is a 2026 2027 move. If it was a 2025 move, I would be quite disappointed in FlyQuest, because I think you have something that's working. Just beat an Indian team first before calling it quits.
Yeah, and the way like Papa Smithy was talking about it in terms of like his youth progression, it definitely feels like a move that's scheduled for next year. I think it's just about getting him integrated into Los Angeles now, getting used to the lifestyle, getting used to the team and how the organization likes to function, right? So this is why I don't expect him to see him again. If you're going to, it'll be this week, and then that's it. You're definitely not going to be playing.
Sure, yeah.
Like you're definitely not playing him in playoffs, and then obviously like the LTA championship is a single elimination, so you're 100% not 100% not picking him then. This is a 2026 move. I'm gonna make an early prediction that Bwipo steps back from the team, probably acts as a 6th man, but is more like out of the team in terms of like actively playing, and like Gakkos will take that starting spot, and Bwipo will just be there if like the team needs him to come back.
I don't think so. I think Whippo stays as the starter. They're gonna slowly integrate over 20 in the year 2026. They're gonna have like pretty much Whippo coaching him while still being the starter. And then maybe towards the end of 2026, like split 3, or going into like 2027, is when Whippo will like take a step down. I would be very surprised if Whippo just like is not the starter in 2026.
I'd be more surprised though if he like pro players have egos, right? Like if you're doing pretty well at first stand or MSI, right, and then you're beating an Eastern team, are you really gonna want to like then take that step back after?
Exactly, it's not the right time.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying in terms of like I don't think they will make a slow integration next year. I think in terms of like Whippo being the starter next year, I think because if it starts going well with Whippo, why are you going to sub him out like next year at some point? Because that's what you'd be expecting, right? Is I guess you said like 2027 would have been when he starts, but with all due respect, I don't think pro teams in esports have that kind of like, well, especially in League of Legends, have that long-term vision for players. Because it can completely change.
Who historically he has.
Yes, but the trajectory can change at any time. Like, I'm not saying they will, but you could have your star bot lane jump ship next year, and then you're like, oh crap, what do we do now? Like the trajectory of things can like change on the fly. No pun intended, or pun intended.
So here's the other option. What if Whippo wants to go back to EU? He's like, I think he has a fiance or a girlfriend or something. He's always like hovering Kaisa for her. What if he's just like, okay, I think Berlin is where we want to live. What if that's it? What if he's like talking with management because they want to sign him, and he's like, look, man, I'm really happy. We spent like 3 years in NA so far. We moved here in 2022. We've been like, we've had a great time. But at the end of the day, like, what's best for me and my family is to go back to Europe. And like,
he could maybe end up being a remote coach
decision,
for.
right?
He could end up being like what a Vega V2
or he just
is.
keeps playing.
Maybe. I just don't see.
I wouldn't be surprised if he finds his place back on Fnatic.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be Fnatic, right? There's like, I don't think he's like joining G2, but who knows? If BB keeps having bad games, maybe Caps, like he's previous teammates with Whippo. Maybe Caps is like, yeah, give me Whippo. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying he wants that. It's just like speculation of like what would happen, because we're all speculating about like this Gekko's move, like letting him play.
Yeah.
Last stand would go hard. Agreed. Sad plane and glad plane? I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's
is that like a
it's
band
like a.
or something?
It's like a no. It's Papa Smithy like meme. So like he'd make like the Jin airplane, and it'd be like a sad plane when they lose, and then like glad plane when they win.
I thought that was in reference to a 30 Rock. Yeah. But yeah, that's all. Just as a reminder, starting next week, we'll be streaming this on the LTA Report YouTube channel. So we'll be jumping there.
Maybe post a link in your live chat now. Maybe just
did.
Okay.
I'll also pin it, so it's pinned as well. So
yeah, please let any Cloud viewers, because I know like there's a few people that like come specifically from like Cloud's channel. Just please do come to like the new one. We're going to be Cloud's going to be actively streaming it from there next week. Which I'm glad, because this streaming thing is not easy. Like try to just set it up as a complete noob has been an absolute pain.
Yeah, I mean, it's also going to be more flexible for us, because like some days I might not be able to stream from my computer, but I'd be on my phone. Like normally we just cancel it. Now we can actually do it, because you can
absolutely
stream it or whatnot. I'm gonna have to find out how I can like stream it, to be honest, because I have all my information. Do I have to log out and like reset up? I have no idea, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
All right, thanks guys for watching. Hey Russell, I know you just got in, but yes, basically the TLDR sniper got benched or didn't get benched, but they're like, hey, Dokla is a coach, he might start playing as well. But you can look at the 100 Thieves Twitter. They made a post. I'll actually just pull it up right now and read it because I don't think I actually read it. 100 Thieves Twitter roster update. We're adding more flexibility into our roster with Dokla stepping in as the sixth man for the rest of the split. And then a picture of Dokla standing in the starting five with FBI being the one that's not in the starting five. It's just a picture. But pretty much, yeah, the Dokla is going to be making a return. Even if he doesn't, like, your team, we kind of talked about this, but like, imagine your team being like, yeah, we might just put in the coach because you suck so bad. Like, that's not gonna make you play better. You know?
Yeah.
Sniper is just not it so far. Yeah, this year, the past two splits have been bad. I blame the coaching staff and him obviously, but like, I wish they would have done more. Anyways, that's it for this episode. We will see you on the LTA Report channel for the LTA Report. Kind of makes sense. Next week, when we finally have our matchups for best of fives and the knockout stage, I think it's called. So we'll see you then.